Hi guys, again here on the studio of Scan Academy. I am on the whiteboard. This video again, it is from one of my subscribers, Raz. Raz asked me to give the wiring diagram from S-Plan also, and I did as quick as I can. The wiring diagrams on this lesson, on this video, based on the simple 10 plug connector. And trust me, the S-Plan is much more easier, much more logical, and you don't need to confuse yourself. Let's start from scratch. Again, we have a central heating system with a radiator, hot water cylinder, circulation pump, and boiler. Also, I put a bypass here because the bypass has to be always on the S system. On the connector block, as soon as we take the power from the fuse spare switch, we send the live to 1 and straight away permanently feed the gray cable from 2-port valves. Let's grab 2-port valve as well as we speak. In this case, we have the Honeywell one, classic 22mm, and I would like to show you a small details here. This valve has the arrow. Bear in mind, the arrow has to shoot wherever the arrow of the circulation pump goes. There is nothing wrong to put the other way around, but trust me, make a really bad noise on the system. And you can hear, for example, bang, 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 when this one tries to shut. Sometimes led by as well. So in this case, because they are going that way, on the central heating system, it will be that way. And on the hot water system, has to be that way. And again, we have 5 cables here, which is the earth, the neutral, the gray, the brown, the orange. The orange, remember, is always the command. And let's dive in. We have to start again from the switch live. We permanent feed both zone valves with live on the gray. The orange has to be always plugged in on number 10, and number 10 has to always supply a boiler and circulation pump in case if the boiler is heating only and not system boiler. And very easily, the only thing which left it is the brown cables from the zone valves. Very easily, when the central heating is on, the timer is on, we plug it into on 4, and 4 go to the number 1, and the 3 go to brown, number 5. And this one allowed the heating to come on. If we satisfy, then open the circuit. The same thing happened with the hot water on. We plug it on 6, 6 go to the center of this cylinder, and the common, if it's cold the water, close the circuit, transfer straight away to the second zone valve on brown, the valve open and circulate the hot water and go to the return of the boiler. When this one satisfies, again the system opens and the hot water stop. Again, the cylinder stat is around on the bottom of the 1/3, let's say 1. If we divide it on the 3 pieces, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 pieces, has to be roughly about on the 1/3 of the height. Again, I think it's quite easy, this configuration, and you don't need to worry and stress yourself. Of course, I didn't mention where we put the neutrals, because the neutral going there, the earth going there, but I will put not necessary noise here, and I would like to leave it as easy as possible. A strong recommendation for the new engineers or the engineers they would like to start to do wiring, because some engineers they don't like to touch the wiring in the electrical. I recommend buy a set of valves, 3-port valves, 2-port valves. It's not necessary to buy the Honeywell, the very expensive one. You can buy any 3-port or 2-port valve. They have the same color configuration, and try to create on your desk a small training platform. Use the timer, use a thermostat, use a cylinder thermostat as well to play around with the buttons, and try to do that as many times. When you start to do without to need to check the diagram, always you have to have the diagram with you, because when we go to the work, we are not in the classroom. We have a stress, what time it is, what time we have to finish. We have another things on our brain, and always we can be tired. Always you have to have with you a file, and you have to have, for example, let me show you something like that diagram here, and you say this is the S plan, this is the Y plan, this is the Hive thermostat. I'm not sure, guys, maybe I can create a file for you, and we will speak in another lesson. If you want, I can distribute to you. I've nearly done actually the first sequence of events, boiler startup. I will spread with you one of these days. And all I need for you, when you are at home, when you are on your desk, try to buy all that stuff and try to play with that. Doesn't matter if you make mistake. We all make mistakes. Even if you get an experienced engineers, you're gonna make mistakes, because in the end of the day we are humans. So try to make as many exercises as you can. Start with exercise on paper just to start to understand the lay diagram, and make it even more interesting if you buy a few valve diverters and you start to play by yourself at home. So any questions, any concerns, more than happy to send me on the comments, and I will share with you whatever you like. Thank you so much one more time for watching. Please like and subscribe in order to help the channel to grow. Thank you.